I never could have done it without the love of family and my friends at 12 and a healthy dose of humor in sometimes the darkest moments. And I hope I've made a positive impact. God willing, I'll keep learning and improving for years to come.
Nick has been reporting at WISN 12 for 29 years since October of 1994. He shared his memories with 12 News anchor Patrick Paolantonio.
They have blocked off 124th Street here because of a down power line.
Before he stepped in front of the camera.
When you're on top of the mountain like the Packers are, of course, everybody wants to knock you off.
Nick Bohr,
Well, I never wanted to do this, really.
sat behind a microphone.
I wanted to do radio. That's how I started out.
It is 12 noon. I'm Nick Bohr with Key News.
Once I got in this building, though, after my first job out of college, we were on the radio side at ISN Radio back then. The opportunity was there, and I just sort of went with it.
What was that transition like from radio to television?
I thought it would be no big deal, but I really got thrown into it because I was just supposed to help out on the desk here when I started, just very part-time while I was doing radio. And my very first day, I was on the desk for like an hour, and I got sent out on a story. And they said, can you go monitor this? It was the Oswald case.
The Oswald case was a major story. A bank robbery, an officer killed, and then a shootout in Waukesha County.
And there was a court proceeding. They asked me if I thought I could do a live shot because they didn't have anyone else to send. And I was like, sure, why not? I'm not going to say no. I got back to the newsroom when the news director at the time said, I think next week when you come in, let's just have your report.
That first report started an award-winning career at WISN TV.
The early Sunday morning quiet was shattered by more than a dozen gunshots.
That's closing in on 30 years.
It's all been refrigerated since the dairy suddenly closed on Saturday.
The milk rescue was a case where I just felt like if someone knew about this, this wouldn't be happening.
12 News learned milk inside remained refrigerated, but there were no plans to release it, tied up in bankruptcy court. The thought of all that milk going to waste was too much for Hunger Task Force's executive director, Sherry Tussler. She started cutting the red tape, finally getting inside the dairy Tuesday morning to find a bounty, but one with a shelf life. The effort to get it to the needy is already underway.
It was rare for them to have that kind of a donation, but it felt pretty good to see all that stuff go out rather than just going to waste. So that was pretty neat. Very dangerous situation. Initial reports, again, an active shooter at Miller Brewing.
If it's a big story, Nick is on it.
The Stephen Avery case. How did you end up in his kitchen?
Well, he got out of prison because he was wrongly convicted of a crime, and he got out that day. And we happened to be at his house. Have a regular day, huh? Yeah. We had no idea the attention of the case that would become internationally known years later.
At times, the story is overseas.
We were talking to Wisconsin people in Germany that were in the military that had been coming back from Iraq that were injured in the war. At that time, we learned that Pope John Paul II had become critically ill, and it looked as if he was going to die. And the decision was made to send us from Germany to Rome. So we had to end up driving through the night on the Autobahn in Germany to drive to Frankfurt, and then hopped on a plane, landed in Rome, and I'm pretty sure we were on the air within a couple of hours.
12 News reporter Nick Bohr is the only local TV reporter in Italy.
We rounded up different Wisconsin priests that were there that we were able to talk to, and it was a crazy few days.
Reporting live in Rome, Nick Bohr, WISN 12 News.
I thought everything turned out well. The Pope survived, but it was exciting and quite a learning experience.
For those of you with internet connections, you can follow the progress virtually step by step.
I just think it's different every day. You never know what you're going to get.
Obviously, it's a lot of fun to be chased by the police and not to get arrested.
While there's certainly an element of fun in chasing one of the fastest drivers in the world, the officers say the lessons learned are invaluable. It's a combined diving and mermaid show in a one-of-a-kind pool.
For most bowlers, throwing one strike would be cause for celebration. Adam threw 24 in a row.
You're often learning something new every day, and I think that's exciting, and just the same thing that got me into it when I was a little kid, thinking about telling people stories. There's still an excitement in doing that, and so that's why I'm still at it now.
Well, that's it from Green Bay, in Appleton, in Pewaukee, in Brookfield, at the state capitol, in Glendale, reporting from Miller Park, at Milwaukee Police Headquarters, at the Federal Courthouse in Madison, in Douglas County,
At Fiserv Forum,
Nick Bohr, WISN 12 News.
That was our Patrick Paolantonio reporting. We'd all like to congratulate Nick tonight for his years of great work here at WISN 12. We are so lucky you're part of our team.